Hello and welcome to Vlogtober. It is the 1st of October today. Normally I would pre-record this a couple of days ahead of time, but we've been away for Yarndale and we got back last night. So today's Tuesday, 1st of October, first thing in the morning. If I sound a bit croaky, I think it's just because I've been doing a lot of talking over the weekend and I didn't sleep very well last night, so I'm a bit tired. But I just want to film this so I can get it up today. So in this video I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be sharing in Vlogtober and also share some stuff from Yarndale this weekend. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through our website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. You can find all the links, everything I'm going to talk about below this video, including links to my social media, my website, how to sign up to my newsletter, and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. So as I said, I'm back from Yarndale and I'm going to show you a little bit from Yarndale later on. And I'm going to share with you what I bought at Yarndale. I did treat myself to something that I wanted for quite a while. And also somewhere else we visited while we were up there. So we got on the Thursday. We're staying with some friends. We've stayed with them before. This is the first time we've stayed with them since the start of COVID. And they live about 45-50 minutes from Yarndale. And we really enjoy staying with them. It's so nice to spend a few days with them and to see them. So on the Friday morning we went out with them. We went to a nearby mill, which is actually in Cumbria. So they live in Lancashire, Yarndale is in Yorkshire, and the place we went to on the Friday is in Cumbria. So our friends are right kind of on the Lancashire, Cumbria, Yorkshire border. So we went to a place called Farfield Mill in Sedbergh. I think it's Sedbergh. Spelled Sedbergh, but I think my friend said it's pronounced Sedbergh. But apologies if you're local and I'm getting it wrong. And I thought it was in Yorkshire, and then I looked on Google Maps, and it's actually in, according to Google Maps, it's in Cumbria. But it's Farfield Mill. I will see if I can find the website again. I'll link it below. And we've been there once before, a few years ago. I'm pretty sure it was before COVID, but there was loads of artists, small artist studios, a kind of gallery, craft shop type place where they had anything from kind of more affordable cards and more affordable gifts and crafts and things to, you know, more high-end stuff. I'm assuming a lot of it was made by the artists who had their studios there. And you could walk around and look in the studios. Some of the studios were open, you can just wander in. Some of the studio owners were there, but most were not. And then they had loads and loads of looms. So I assume this was an old woolen mill where they would weave woolen fabrics. I have got a thing about their history, which I'll try and put up before the video, if I remember. But it's they had loads of looms there, so they had like 2 floors full of looms. So we walked around and looked at those. They actually do weaving classes there, I understand. And some of the looms on one of the floors actually had notes on it saying it was a work in progress or not to touch. So I'm assuming that's the weaving students they have who come in, spend whatever time working on their project, and then come back, I don't know, a few days later, a week later, whatever it is. But it's really nice, and they got some lovely stuff there. They had some yarn there as well, but I did not buy any because I thought I'm going to Yarndale, so I'm not going to buy anything. Plus, I'm trying to be a bit more mindful about what I buy, considering the fact that I've had a big stash clear out this summer. By the way, I still have some stuff left in my stash. I'm just looking over there to see how much I have. I have quite a bit of fabric left. I have, it's mostly, it's not all, but I think it's mostly quilting cotton, and which is perfect for project bags as well. And I have some like thicker oilcloth, I think it's called, or coated cotton. And I have some project bags. I've got a couple from Plister, which used to be a Norwegian project bag maker. I have quite a bit of yarn left, and I have quite a few knitting books left. Maybe a couple of crochet books in there, I'm not sure. No, it looks like it's all knitting books left now. including some really good ones. I just have too many knitting books, and the ones I haven't looked at or want to look at, I've kept all kind of like the design related ones. Well, kept most of the design related ones, so like Stitch Dictionary ones, but there are a few Stitch Dictionaries and design related books and a few other books which I just haven't used for years, and I just haven't got space for it. So I will link my D-stash page below. Because I had to, my website, I can't take stuff off my website. There's no way I can set everything to 0 on my website. I have to do that manually. So I can't just set all quantities in a particular category to 0 in terms of stock. I have to do it all manually. So when I do a show, I just turn the shopping basket and add to basket and all those kind of functionalities off, so people can't actually shop anything. And I won't be able to turn that back on again until I've gone through all the yarn that I brought back from Yarndale, unpacked it all, counted it all, and updated my website. And this video will go live on YouTube this afternoon, and I will not have that done by this afternoon. I will start this afternoon. I'm hoping to have the website live again by Thursday, by the time I send out my newsletter on Thursday, but it definitely won't be live today, and probably not tomorrow. So if you're interested in my D-stash, check back on Thursday and sign up for my newsletter, because I will write my newsletter Thursday morning. So if my website is updated and live, then that will be in the newsletter on Thursday. I do have another show this weekend on Friday. So it's a very busy week, but more about that in a minute. Let's go back to Farfield. I will show you a video now that I recorded there, just showing some of the stuff on offer there and some of the looms and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. After we've been to Farfield, we had lunch there as well, which was very nice. And we went to Yarndale to set up, and I did film a little bit. There was a little bit of my Instagram stories, but I'm not going to show any here, I don't think. I do fancy one year to put up my tripod and do like a sort of time lapse of setting up, but because I film on my phone, I feel like filming for that long would just flatten my battery. So till I get a separate camera to use for filming, I'm not going to do that, because I think it would just flatten my phone battery, and I don't want to do that. So we set up on Friday afternoon, evening, went back, had a relaxing evening with our friends, and then turned up Saturday morning, had a few finishing touches to put on the stall, had a lovely day on Saturday. First hour and a half was really quiet, and then it got really busy. The middle of the day was really busy. It took me 2.5 hours to eat my lunch. you know, you take a bite of the sandwich and then serve another couple of customers, take another bite, serve a few more customers, take another bite. So it took me 2.5 hours to eat my sandwich. So that is the sign of a good day, because that means we're too busy for me to just hide in the corner and eat my sandwich quickly, which is good. I'm not complaining about that. I think that's good. Yeah, that's what you want to do as shows. You want to be busy. And did loads of sales, met lots of little people. Loads of people came by and said they're watching my YouTube channel, which is really nice. If you're one of the ones who stop by and say you're watching me on YouTube, thank you very much for telling me. I really appreciate it. If you were there, let me say hello in the comments and tell me if you enjoyed Yarndale. I'm sure you did. Our best-selling pattern and yarn was definitely the Glamour Clutch and Yarn Merino Cotton combo. So I haven't got the Glamour Clutch eggs packed yet, but I'll try and put a picture up of it. The Glamour Clutch only takes 2 balls of Yarn Merino Cotton plus 1 bag of beads plus the pattern, and then we had the clutch frames and the fabric, the felt fabric for the lining, and I think we sold that of all the lining. So we put it all together so you could kind of choose your own kit, basically. Choose the colours of your yarn and the beads, and it's all everything you need to make the clutch bag, apart from your knitting needles and the crochet hook that add the beads. Apart from that, the kit is £25. So loads of people took advantage of that, and we sold that of the clutch frame and lining bags, kits that I'd made up. Some people would just buy that and not buy the yarn because they already had the yarn, or they got the pattern last year or whatever, which is fine. I thought when I was cutting it on Wednesday last week that I had too many, and I cut all the fabric I had and I packed it all, and I thought I've definitely got too much here, and I was amazed that we sold it all. So I'm gonna have to order some more today so I can hopefully cut up some more before the weekend. I have got a little bit yet to go on Merino Cotton left to take with me to 3 bags full this weekend, but I don't have a lot, and I wish I had more for this weekend's 3 bags full, but I don't. So I'm going to order it, but because it comes all the way from Denmark, it does take usually a couple of weeks at least. So I'm going to try and order that today as well, so that's on this way. And then what I'll probably do when that comes in is actually put up some kits on the website, getting ready for Christmas and things like that. So I'll talk about that more later in Vlogtober when that has all come in. I think I have quite a few of the clutch frames left, so I need to check that as well. I bought quite a lot last time I ordered, so I wouldn't have to order for a while, because that usually takes 2 or 3 weeks to come as well. So I'm going to share a little quick clip of our stall, and then I'll come back and talk more about Yarndale. So I didn't have a chance to look around on Saturday, apart from when I went to the toilet. Then I would look around, glance at the stalls that were in our row kind of thing. On Sunday morning, we normally turn up early and have a look around before the show opens, and we did that, but obviously the show wasn't open yet. We probably looked around kind of between 9 and 9:30. So some stall holders were there, some stalls were uncovered, some were covered up, because stall holders are busy looking around, or they're busy getting their breakfast, or they haven't arrived yet, or whatever. So not all the stores were open, and we didn't go down all the aisles either. We didn't see everything because we just didn't have time. It's a really big venue. I don't know how many stalls there are, but there are a lot. But we had to look around and got a flavour of the show. There were some animals. There were one stall where they had 2 alpaca, 2 sheep, I think, and a goat. And there was another stall we saw where they had some sheep. They didn't have a ton of animals there, but I think those kind of venues can be difficult for animals because of the noise and the amount of people and things like that. But we had a look around, so I'll show you that now. This video is nearly 8 minutes long, so if you're not interested in this, you can skip forward if you like, but hopefully you enjoy what we saw, and then I'll come back afterwards and show you what I bought at Yarndale. So do come back after this video, which is nearly 8 minutes long. Okay, so last thing before we go, just want to remind you, I'm going to show you what I bought in a minute, but I just want to remind you, I'm doing some workshops in Liscard, Cornwall next week and the week after. So I'm doing intarsia colour work. Intarsia is this kind of thing. And I'm doing brioche beginners and brioche improvers. Those 3 workshops are half-day workshops. And I'm doing a full day stranded colour work cushion workshop. I don't have the cushion here because I've lent it to the organisers to promote the workshop. So that's for the next week and the week after in Liscard in Cornwall. I'll put the link below. If you look at the link for 3 bags full, you will find those workshops on how to book and everything. And then on Saturday this week, 5th, I think it is, I'm going to be at the 3 bags full wool market in the public hall in Liscard in Cornwall. So I'm actually teaching on Friday and then coming home. So I need everything ready, and then we're going to load the car Friday night when I get back, and then Sam's going to come with me Saturday morning. It doesn't open till 11, so I'm going to get there as soon as they open. Set up. What I'm going to do is put everything into the boxes I'm going to display them in, so I can just take them out of the car, put my tablecloth down, put them on the table, and then get ready a lot quicker. I think that's going to work best. It worked well last year, so that's fine. And then I also have a workshop of spinning yarn towards the end of October. Let's see if I got the date written down. Yes, so 29th of October, I have a workshop of spinning yarn on my clutch bag. So on the glamour clutch and the colour clutch. You can choose which one to make, and I will show you how to make it, how to attach the lining, how to add the beads, how to do the colour work if you choose the colour clutch, how to attach the clutch frames and all that kind of stuff. So that is on the 29th of October at Spinning Yarn in Bobby Tracy in Devon. I'll link Spinning Yarn below as well. You need to contact them for full details and to book. And then one more before we go on to what I bought at Yarndale. On the 2nd of November, is that right? Yes, 2nd of November, I am teaching finishing techniques for hand knitters at Stitch Fest in Newton Abbot in Devon. So Stitch Fest is on Saturday 2nd, Sunday the 3rd. I'm not exhibiting. I never do a Stitch Fest, and it's just because autumn is really busy teaching wise, and that's my main thing, is teaching and designing. And by November I just can't cope with exhibiting at a show because I'm usually so busy teaching. Like, I'm teaching nearly every week between now and then, so exhibiting would just be too much for me. So I'm teaching on the Saturday morning, and then I'm going to hang around on Saturday afternoon and have a look around, and then I go to Norway after that. So very busy October to look forward to. Okay, let me show you what I bought at Yarndale. So first, on the Saturday, Miriam from the Discreet Unicorn stopped by to say hello. She wasn't exhibiting, but she was there as a visitor, and she stopped by to say hello. I used her yarn recently, that colourway, which is a sparkly colourway. So this is the DK version, and then I used this for a brioche. No, not brioche. I used this one for a Mobius cowl. I showed it off in my last podcast, I think. I will link it below and at the end of this video. And then I use this one in the 4-ply version for a new hat. So I've just finished knitting with this, and I love that colourway. And she brought me a little gift to say thank you for using her yarn and to showing it off. So this and the 4-ply I bought earlier this year, and I think I bought them at the same time. I didn't know whether to get DK or 4-ply, so I got both because it was just so gorgeous. So she brought me a little gift, and she brought me this colourway. So thank you so much, Miriam, if you're watching. It's lovely meeting you. Thank you very much. I love this colourway. I think I like this one even better than that one. This one's, if I remember, it's called Barbie. This one is called Princess, and it's a silver sparkle sock again. So 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% silver Selena sparkle. Can't say that, silver Selena sparkle. Too many S's for me. And it's 400 meters per 100 gram in the Princess colorway. So it's a bit darker than the Barbie colorway. And I think I should like this one even more. No idea what I'm going to do with this, but it is gorgeous and I just love it. Maybe some kind of neck accessory. maybe add it with something else, do a garment, maybe save up and buy 3 more and do a whole garment in this, because this is just gorgeous. So I love that colorway. Thank you very much, Miriam. I really, really appreciate it. So that's actually the only yarn I got, but I did get something else which I'm quite excited about. So I'm going to wander around on, I think it's when I was walking around Sunday morning, or it might be when we were walking in and out of the show. I happened to see this on a stand. I saw it on the stand belonging to the company called the Knitting, what they called, Knitting Gift Shop, and I'll link them below. I bought stuff from them before, and they are lovely people, really nice couple, and I went past there on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, and unfortunately they weren't there. So I went back in the afternoon because I really wanted this, and I got one of these ball holders. So the yarn was something I already had. That's West Yorkshire Spinners, what's it called? Their sock yarn, which is called Signature Sparkle 4-ply. That's their Christmas colorway from a few years ago. And it was the only ball I had kind of wound up into like a center pull ball. So let me just take, I just stuck the label on there as well so I wouldn't lose it. So the way this works is you take the handle off. It's got like a clip here. You can maybe do it with the handle on as well, but I can just do this. It's easy to do. It's not just not easy to do when you're holding it up. Plus I have only done it once, so I haven't quite used it yet. There we go. So you can take that off. I wasn't sure to get the purple or the pink one. I wish I'd asked if I could also buy the pink handle separately, so I might contact them and ask if I can do that. And then this just slides off. And if you want to transport this for like if you want to pack this for like transporting and stuff and you worry about it breaking, I did actually take this apart when I packed it for coming home, because I was worried if I put it like this in my bag whether this would break or something. Although it feels very sturdy. The bottom is just plain, then it has the Knitting Gift Shop logo and their name here, but you can take that off, so it all comes apart. So if you want to pack it, you can just pack it like this. So you just put that on there, then you slide your yarn on. I'm not going to put that back on because I'm probably not going to knit with that. And then you just attach this hook on. There you go. And then you can put that on your wrist. And then if you are walking around knitting, standing around the shows and stuff, or even just sitting knitting, you can hang that on your arm and it will just feed off here and this will spin around and you can just knit off it quite easily. So when I brought it back to the store, Simon said, "You're not going to start knitting when you're walking, are you?" I think he thinks I'm a bit too obsessed. And I said, no, I'm not going to knit and walk, because I see people who do, I know people who do that, but I would be too worried about falling, because I'm a little bit clumsy and I would be worried about falling. So I'm not going to do that. But I was thinking it would be very useful maybe when I'm traveling. If I'm sitting on the beach knitting, I can probably hang that from like the edge of my handle, the armrest on my sun lounger maybe. Or if I'm at a show and I'm standing around knitting or sitting knitting, this can just kind of dangle off my arm and while I knit. So I thought it'd be useful for that, and I've seen other people with these and I thought they were fun and I just fancied one. And apparently you can get some really cheap ones online from various Chinese shops, including one beginning with T, which I would never buy from because they are not very ethical. I don't know about the quality of their stuff considering how cheap it is, and also they mine stuff off information off your phone. The people behind them have been accused for a previous company to I think they were, I'm not sure, but I know they've been accused. I'm not sure if they were convicted or not, so I don't want to say that, but they have been accused of basically stealing information off your phone. So be careful with that. I'd rather buy something from a company I know, even if it costs me a little bit extra. And just for full disclosure, Knitting Gift Shop did give me a discount on that, but I would have bought it full price because I'd already decided to buy it knowing what the full price was. Full price £15, which I think is pretty good for that kind of price from a British company that have had it made by somebody they know. They have a guy who does this kind of cutting, laser cutting for them. So I'm very, very pleased with it and I'm very happy to have it. And I'll let you know how I get on using it. And then one more thing, I just got a pair of circular needles, Chagbu red lace circular 80 centimeter long, 2.5 millimeter. I used this for socks. I used to have two. I can't find one of them. I don't know where it's gone, and I only have one, and these are my favorite needles for socks. So I decided to get, I have other brands that I can knit socks with, but I really like those. So I decided to get another one. I meant to get them at Wonderful in April and I forgot. So Pearlessence, where I got it from, where I normally get my Chagu needles from if they have them in stock, they were just down in the same aisle as me. So I just ran down there on Sunday morning. I got them, and the knitting gift shop were actually across the aisle from them. So I tried to get that at the same time. Then I went back in the afternoon and got the yarn holder. So I'm very excited. Right, this video is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, and I need to go and collect a dog. So I need to finish now. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. So the plan for Vlogtober, I don't know if I said it at the beginning, is that on Tuesdays I will do a vlog style video showing behind the scenes. I got loads of workshops this month, so I'll try and show a bit behind my workshops, a bit on from the bull market this weekend and things like that. Thursday will be a regular podcast episode, so if you don't like the vlog style videos, you can watch podcasts on Thursday to keep up with what I'm knitting and that kind of thing. And then I'm going to do another vlog style Vlogtober video on Saturday. So vlog style videos Tuesday and Saturday, and then regular podcast on Thursday. I have got an extra video, like I have the new issue of Knitting Magazine. It's out on Thursday, and I think I recorded a video of the sample before I sent it off, so I need to edit that, and I might put that out as an extra video maybe on Sunday or something, or Friday. I'm not sure, we'll see. But yeah, that's the plan for October. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss a video, and go and sign up to my newsletter so you don't miss out when my online shop opens again. And check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads. I'm Yarn Addict Annie. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.